Hey Gear Seekers, I'm Nick. We're checking out a brand new case from Antec today. It's called the DP503. What we're going to do is we're going to do our usual thing here, guys. We're going to test the thermals, we're going to do a build, and I'm going to let you know what I think of this new case from Antec. But as usual with builds like this, you may or may not know, and if you're new here, welcome. We build these PCs to inspire you guys to build beautiful PCs of your own. So without further ado, I think it's time for me to shut my mouth and build a PC. Let's do it. Ladies and gents, it's everybody's favorite time. We're going to visit our friends over at Corp. I would also suggest not doing it like this at home because the PC is on, but hopefully you can hear it over the sound of my jacket. Ooh, that's a very smooth visit to Corp. Ooh. Claire's shaking her head.
Don't do it.
Claire's shaking her head.
Don't do it.
I'm not going to do it. You know why? Because we just played a new remix. Let's play the original so you guys can hear what the original sounds like. Time for some cinematic tings. Let's go. All right, people out there who are humans or aliens, doesn't matter what planet you come from, hope you enjoyed the build in the Antec DP503. Let's quickly take a look at the thermals. What you're seeing on your screen right now is the thermals are quite good. You always need to take into account the parts that we use here. We use the i7 12700K, which out of the 12th gen lineup isn't the hottest CPU, so it's not going to actually heat up the system too much. Also, we're using a 360mm AIO, which is more than enough for this CPU, and this GPU doesn't get very hot because the cooler design from MSI here is completely overkill for this GPU. But you know, it is what it is, and them's the breaks. All right, let's quickly chat about the parts. The CPU is the Intel Core i7 12700K. We put the 12700K on the MSI B660 Tomahawk Wi-Fi DDR4. To cool the 12700K, we use the NZXT Z73 Kraken, the one with the little screen. I'll see if I can find a link to the animation for the screen, because we always get asked about that stuff, but I'll see if I can find that and I'll chuck that in the description down below. One thing I forgot is I need to actually label the RAM here, but we used 16 gigs of G.Skill Triton Z at 3200. Now the problem with this memory kit is I actually put 32 gigs in, and I keep forgetting that one of the modules out of this 32 gig kit is dead. So I need to label that one and just take it out and RMA it. I honestly just keep forgetting to do this. It's been years. I keep making the mistake, but you guys see how many PCs we build here? If not, welcome. Yeah, you know, it just happens. That's life, right? The GPU is the MSI Radeon RX 6750 XT Gaming X Trio. For fans, I use the 3 stock fans that come with this case. You probably noticed that I didn't go into depth with like looking at storage options and clearances and stuff. This is a chassis that Antec's been using for a few years now. They first launched it with the, I'm gonna say the DF700. I'll link that review so you can see all the intricacies with this case, but basically they're all the same. They've got different front panels, and most of what you're seeing with these Antec cases is the same, but this one is a little bit more refreshed. Anyway, the fans that I use in the front are the 3 included addressable RGB fans. Then I used 4 of the brand new Lian Li SL120 Infinity Uni fans, and I plug those into the RGB controller that's in the case. Bob's your uncle, that's how it is, and all the lighting is controlled in Mystic Light, right? Not too exciting after all. We also used a bunch of Antec cable extensions here. Antec's got a bunch of new cable extensions that they sent through. We've used them in a couple builds already, like the blue, purple, and white one. I think that's right, Claire. Blue, purple, and white cable extensions, right? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, I can't remember, but yeah. Anywho, right, what about the DP503? Well, surprisingly, or maybe it's no surprise to you, this case is super easy to build in. Also taking into account the parts that we use here, it's not a super complicated build, but everything fit perfectly. Now, the build quality of this, I've got to say, is a little bit better than even the Antec cases that use the same base chassis. I think they've improved a couple little things here. The front panel is actually quite nice. It's got nice accents on the front with the mesh panel, and then it's got little black accents through it as well with plastic. I think it actually looks quite good, but overall, this case is actually quite good. It is not terrible. And if you're looking for a more premium case from Antec with the materials used, especially in this case, because it is a lot more solid than their, let's say, current case lineup, I would say that this is probably one to look at, because if you're interested in the Antec DP503, they're going for 169 Aussie dollars at the time of filming this video. I'll put the US price on screen right now, but from the top of my head, 169 Aussie dollars. It's actually not too bad considering you get those 3 included addressable RGB fans, and the build quality is a lot better. Now, there are lots of other options for cases in this price range, and I'll link a couple of those videos down below if you want to check those out, or I'll put them up on your screen right now.